So I've got a little Mylar lean-to set up. I'll of course insert pictures that I took during the day. Got a bunch of ducks coming in and landing in the pond next to me, and that has really gotten Tika's attention. Thankfully, for this exercise, we don't have to get completely wet. Although, that might really add a bit of fun to it. Now, it is November. Should get into the high 30s, low 40s overnight, but I'll be fine. Good morning. It's Saturday, either the 3rd or the 4th of November. I forget which day it is. About 18 hours into the live out of your personal survival kit class for Bushcraft USA. Once I'm done with this, and then I do one more outing with a mentor, I will have completed the advanced certification and will be done with that. This is not end of the world survival. It is not an escape and evasion exercise. It is more akin to you dumped your canoe in the rapids and you lost everything except the clothes on your back and what you carry with you. And this personal survival kit has to fit in a cargo pocket. And I will splice in photos of what's in my kit, as well as it fitting into a cargo pocket later. I don't much wear BDU type pants anymore. So I don't have a cargo pocket in these Carhartts that I'm wearing. It was high 30s, low 40s last night. I have this Mylar tent. I set it up first like a lean-to, like you see behind me. About 10 o'clock last night, I took the rope down and used it as my blanket. I kicked in a bunch of leaf litter. Not a huge amount, but it was enough given the temperatures we had. About 10 degrees colder, I would have needed to fill this thing with a foot or so or more of leaf litter, but I was fine. And I'm filming this all backwards, doing this intro so far in, but I'm not a professional. Not going to ask you to smash anything or do any of that crap. I'm just out in the woods having fun. With my faithful companion, Tika. Do you want to say hi to the internet world? No? I don't blame you. A few more things that I'm going to video. I've got to go check a fishing line that I set yesterday, and then show you just what I've had to do for water out here. This little pocket fixed blade knife was not working to strike my ferro rod, so I used the file from my Multitool to give it a bit of a sharper top edge. So now see, it finally strikes a little better. Still not as good as a fixed blade knife like the Bark River that I normally carry. Using this ring saw from Aircrew Survival Vest. I'm going to cut some wood to make a tripod for boiling water.
One down. Could I have just broke this off? Of course I could. I'm just exercising all the pieces of kit that I have in my survival kit. This is a stand-up water bag, part of my survival kit. And I will collect water in it and then treat it with iodine tabs before I boil it, because lots of beaver around here. Giardia is always a threat. The tabs itself won't work. Gonna have to filter this for sure. Potassium iodine tabs. Now I just have to wait 5 minutes and shake. So I let the iodine treated water sit for the required time. I then poured that water through my signal panel into my cup. As you can see, I used snare wire to make both a bail and a type of S-hook so that I can suspend this over the fire and get a better rolling boil required to kill the Giardia. So now I got a good rolling boil on that cup. I'll let it go for a little bit longer and set it aside to cool off. So while that water's cooling off, just some things that I'm thinking about. My survival kit has 3 of those stand-up bags for collecting water. If I had a long journey and I actually needed to carry water with me, I could conceivably, and it would be a long, slow process, treat and boil a bag and put it in one of the other bags and then try and carry that with me. Or just have to go at a much slower pace and treat and drink water till you're good and hydrated, and then move. And when you start to feel like you need a drink again, stop, build a fire, treat and drink water till you're full. It's a much different pace of movement when you don't really have a canteen or an Algene or anything like that you can carry your water with you. One part about only having the clothes on your back and your survival kit, at least for me, the biggest deal has been not having a change of socks. And so having to take time and kind of dry out my socks as much as I can has been an impact on how fast I can travel and how far. Now, the way that this particular requirement was set up, with your kit having to fit in a cargo pocket of a pair of BDU pants, it kind of kept me from carrying extra socks. But I will, it's just 24 hours, but it really reinforces to me and that I probably ought to put a pair of socks in a Ziploc bag just in the vest that I normally wear back in the game pouch.